Chapter 13 Poetry A Roadside Stand. Robert Frost. Robert Frost was an American poet. He is well known for his realistic writings of rural life. His poems were often set in rural life in New England in the early 20th century. Have you ever spotted at a roadside stand? What have you observed there? The poet contrasts the lives of the people who live in villages and those who live in the cities. The life of the poor people is very miserable because they have an influential amount of money. He focuses on the difficult situation of the deprived villagers who are itching for some money to lead a prosperous life. The little old house was out with a little new shed in front at the edge of the road where the traffic sped. A roadside stand that tool pathetically pled, "It would not be fair to say for a doll of bread, but for some of the money, the cash, whose flow supports the flower of cities from sinking and withering faint." The polished traffic passed with a mind ahead, or if ever aside a moment, then out of sorts, at having the landscape mad with the artless paint of signs that with and turned wrong and as turned wrong, offered for sale wild berries in wooden quarts, or crook-naked golden squash with silver warts, or beauty rest in a beautiful mountain scene. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money and go along? The hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. Here far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to fill in hand to try if it will not make our being expand and give us the life of the moving pictures promise that the party in power is said to be keeping from us. It is in the news that all these pitiful keen are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in to live in villages next to the theater and the store, where they won't have to think for themselves anymore, while greedy good doers, beneficent beasts of prey, swarm over their lives enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day, destroy their sleeping at night the ancient way. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. The sadness that lurks near the open window there, that waits all day in almost open prayer for the sequel of brakes, the sound of a stopping car, of all the thousand selfish cars that pass just one to inquire what a farmer's prices are. And one did stop, but only to plow up grass, in using the yard to beg and turn around, and another to ask way to where it was bound, and another to ask, could they sell it a gallon of gas? They couldn't, they had none. Didn't it see? No, in country money, the country's scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found, or so the voice of the country seems to complain. I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. And then, next day, as I came back into the sand, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. The poem A Roadside Stand by Robert Frost begins with poignant imagery of an impoverished farmer's home and a roadside stand that he has set up. The city traffic that is passing by is oblivious to the plight of the farmer. The farmer wants to make some extra money in order to enjoy the lures of the city. Robert Frost uses personification in the form of the brand new rustic shed. The roadside shed or stand symbolizes the pleas and logging of the farmer for that extra money from the snobbish city-bred passers in their sleek cars. He is selling wild berries and squash. The farmer also longs for some money that is keeping the cities running and preventing them from collapsing. The farmer has sensed and experienced the snobbish and selfish attitude of the city folk, who neither look at the breathtaking scenery nor the produce that he sells. Robert Frost then goes on to portray the commonly occurring phenomena of rural folk being lured by the mindless movies towards a life of glamour and superficiality.